Channel 2, Southern California.
Dallas will not be presented this evening so that we may bring you the following CBS News special report. Dallas will return next week at its regular time.
Good evening. On Friday, the Department of Justice served the Federal Reserve with grand jury subpoenas, threatening a criminal indictment related to my testimony before the Senate Banking Committee last June. That testimony concerned in part a multi-year project to renovate historic Federal Reserve office buildings. I have deep respect for the rule of law and for accountability in our democracy. No one, certainly not the chair of the Federal Reserve, is above the law. But this unprecedented action should be seen in the broader context of the administration's threats and ongoing pressure. This new threat is not about my testimony last June or about the renovation of the Federal Reserve buildings. It is not about Congress's oversight role. The Fed, through testimony and other public disclosures, made every effort to keep Congress informed about the renovation project. Those are pretexts. The threat of criminal charges is a consequence of the Federal Reserve setting interest rates based on our best assessment of what will serve the public, rather than following the preferences of the President. This is about whether the Fed will be able to continue to set interest rates based on evidence and economic conditions, or whether instead monetary policy will be directed by political pressure or intimidation. I have served at the Federal Reserve under 4 administrations, Republicans and Democrats alike. In every case, I have carried out my duties without political fear or favor, focused solely on our mandate of price stability and maximum employment. Public service sometimes requires standing firm in the face of threats. I will continue to do the job the Senate confirmed me to do, with integrity and a commitment to serving the American people. Thank you.
It was a little loud. I actually let DaVinci mix it. They have this auto mix or this AI mix, and I've always been suspect of it because it's like, when I do it, it's more like an experiment. Let's see how it does. And it does generally make the background music a little loud, a little too loud. So I guess I'll have to, that's just one more thing I can't let AI do. I'll have to mix it myself. But I actually wanted to make a video where it mixes an actual song, because I have some songs that I've mixed, for the Bitcoin album. And I'd like to see if they do a better job. You never know. So it's getting wilder and wilder what AI can do. But speaking of wild, the price action. Oh my God, it's been crazy. It's been absolutely crazy. I couldn't believe it. Like on Friday it was 90.6. And when I started playing the show at 9:30, it was 96.70. I was like, oh my God, it went up $70. This is ludicrous. Is there some sort of fundamentals going on? And then as the stream went on, it went from 90,670 all the way up to 90,690. I'm like, holy shit, I must be missing some geopolitical fundamentals going on if the price is pumping this much. And then just as I was thinking that, the price went from 90,690 all the way down. It dumped hardcore to 90,630. I'm like, I can't believe I'm missing all this price action as I'm playing the piano, blah, 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 blah. And then, of course, I went to bed. And Saturday morning, I woke up and I checked the price. I'm like, holy shit, the price just boomed to 90,690 again. It went up $60 while I was sleeping. I couldn't believe it. I'm like on the phone telling everyone, you're not going to believe the price of Bitcoin. It just went up $60 overnight. Can you believe that? $60 overnight. It was 90,630. And then I woke up, it was 90,690. I was like, they're like, settle down. There must be something happening. There must be some sort of geopolitical calamity that you don't know about. Check your Twitter feed. So I went on Twitter and I'm just like, what the hell's going on? Why is the price so crazy? I couldn't find anything. It was like a crypto Twitter blackout with the price. I'm like, oh my God, I guess I'm on my own here. So I just watched the price, and all day long it would dump all the way down to 90,630. And then out of nowhere, no reason, I'm not joking here, there was no reason, it would just fire back up to 90,690. And I checked Twitter, like, what the hell's going on? What is going on with the price action? And then I was like, I can't watch this anymore. And I went and did the Saturday night live stream at the piano bar. And of course I'm playing. And, most people are thinking that I'm like worrying about the piano and like, what am I going to sing? And did the people even like that song? And what's Kyle doing? And what's the next song I'm going to sing? And is the audio right? No, I'm watching that price. And I'm looking, I start the song. It's like 90,690. I'm like, okay, looks like we got some stability. So I start playing. Next thing you know, I'm not even at the chorus. It dumps to 90,630 again. Or maybe 40 or 50. It doesn't matter. We're talking like where the $10 it's massive. And all the way through the song, I'm looking at the price and it's going wild. It's going up by $10, $5, $20. Every note I play, the price is going crazy up $5 or $10. Right? I can barely keep so here I am trying to play, right? I'm trying to lock into the crowd and, not sing off key and play the right notes, but I can't take my eyes off the price. It's now 90,675. It's gone up like $15 and I'm not even done the first song, right? So the piano stream is super hard thing to do. There's a million working parts. And now I got to deal with this goddamn price going crazy. So you wouldn't believe it. Like by the end of the stream, we're talking 2.5 hours. We don't take any pee breaks. We just play for 2.5 hours. I look at the price. I'm like, oh, snap. It just dumped again. It's 90,650. So before we were done, it already had dumped down $40. And I'm looking at Kyle and he's like, what's going on with the price? I'm like, I don't know. Let's just keep playing, right? Don't look at the price. Just keep playing. So we end the show. I go home. I go to bed. I got to check this. I got to check the price here because this is crazy. I swear to God, I'll just check it once and then I'll go to bed. And so I have this. I've made this actual live stream, this 24/7 live stream, just to monitor the price action, right? Just so if you're ever wondering, you can just put it full screen on your TV. So I go out. I got this little TV in the corner there. It's like a 32-inch, and I'm just watching the price. I go, oh my God. It ballooned again. It was 90,690. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to bed here. Forget about the price. You can't handle this. These swings are too much. You're going to put yourself in an early grave. So I go back to bed and then I wake up about, 7 or 8 hours later. And I'm like, do I check the price? No, don't check the price. But you see, when I walk out of the bedroom, right to my right is the TV that's always on with the 24/7 live stream fire log. And I'm like, don't look at it. So I walk past it, have a couple coffees, come back down, and then I accidentally look at the price and like I Jack Trippered my coffee. The price has just dumped to 90,620. Oh my God, it's a new all-time low in the 90,600s. Not Bitcoin all-time low, but the all-time low is if like in this channel of Eternal Monotony, 9,600. This is an all-time low. I mean, it's been 90,690. It's been 90,630. It hasn't been 90,620 yet. So I couldn't believe it. I get on Twitter and I'm just like, what the hell's going on with the price action? What am I missing here? It's a complete blackout on Twitter. There's literally nothing going on Twitter about Bitcoin or X, whatever you want to call it. So I just sit there all day. I'm like looking at the price. I can't believe it. I mean, I have no friends, right? So like there's no one to really, have you checked out the price here? So I'm just kind of going crazy. People are coming over to my house, family. I had, no friends. And then having coffee and I'm there talking and I'm like, I got to check the price. So they're talking. I'm like, yeah, what? Yeah. And boom, I open up the price. Holy shit. The price ballooned again to 90,600, 900. We're back. It's just the pregnant threes. I used to play Guts and In Between, this gambling game where we'd play pregnant threes. Like every dealer would have their own wild card and I would always do pregnant threes. I thought it was funny. 3, 6, 9 pregnant threes, right? I'm like, is this my simulation? Like what the hell's going on here? Pregnant threes. I remember doing this when I gambled and lost a ton of money gambling with In Between and Guts. If you've ever played Guts, it's a vicious game. Super fun, but you can lose your shirt faster than like blackjack, black or red. Or roulette, black or red. So this is where it gets absolutely insane. I decide I can't handle this. You know, it's Sunday night. Usually I just chill out, do nothing. I'm like, I got to go to the squash club. I can't handle this. So I drive across the city. It's Winnipeg. So across the city's like 15 minutes. And I'm sitting there after a steam in my towel. Just, should I check the price? No, I didn't come here to check the price. I came here to chill out. I can't handle the swing. I can't do it. I checked the price, and you're not going to believe this. It skyrockets past $90,690 all the way to above $92,000. Yeah, like over $1,000 from $90,690. Over. Like we're talking $1,300 over like the all-time highs in the 96s, right? The all-time highs in the 96. Not, you know, it was 126 a couple lifetimes ago, but now it crushed the all-time highs of 96.9, right? And then, of course, I can't handle it. I drive home. I go to bed, and I'm like, you know what? Just turn your mind off. Maybe listen to an audiobook. Just get control of yourself, for Christ's sake. This is going to drive you insanity, these price swings. So I fall asleep, and I wake up. And I'm like, don't look at that TV. Don't look at the price. Don't look at that 24/7 fire log. Don't look at it. I can't. I walk out of the bedroom. I look. Oh, snap. Back to 90,600. I couldn't believe it. It's like, has this been a dream? Have I been in some sort of dream/nightmare? Did it really? Did it happen? Did I imagine 92,300 or whatever that insane all-time high was? I guess so. But I mean, now we're back to 96. You know what I mean? Like, thank you for this price stability. Like, it was getting wild. Now I know, now you know where you stand at 96. In a massive holding pattern for the rest of your life. Now, all jokes, since I didn't expect that to go on for 13 minutes. But what happens on a live stream is that sometimes you get taken over by the spirit of the charts. And I think that's what happened. I wasn't really in control of my head when that was going on. I was just like a bystander to it. I was a bystander to a script I didn't know was written or how it would pan out. But I was just like, I'm going to take the back seat. I'm going to take the back seat on this one. Let this alternate personality talk about whatever the hell he's talking about. 96 or something like that. Is that what I was talking about? 90,600, something like that. Well, as you can see, look at this volume. Look at it. This is absolute insanity. Like, when was the last time it was like this? Like, we have little spurts. But it was the lowest volume I think I've ever logged visually. And so we managed to get over 92. What was it? 92.4. Holy shit. Blew past the all-time highs in the 96s, right? And now we're back under the 50 and the 20 moving average. I thought maybe this is where we have to go. We want to, start making mountains out of molehills here. Let's extend this out this week. If we were to get back into our channel of ascension, we would have to blast up to 96.4. Now, all things considered, we are in an uptrend. I know it doesn't feel like it when you're at 96 for 10 years, but this is a little bit of a uptrend, considering it wasn't too long where we had 83. So if you think about it, it's been trending upwards slowly. Let's not get too excited. About $7,000. So to go from, let's see where we got to go. What's the percentage here to get into this channel of ascension? From here, it's about 6%. Now we did 6%, almost 6% last week. To the downside. So it can happen. It's harder on the upside. And when it does happen, it completely collapses. But when we're going to the downside, that can happen in like an hour, right? So don't fade 6%. It can happen, usually to the downside, but it can happen to the upside too. It takes forever. and then it doesn't last long, right? But it can happen, usually to the downside. For instance, when we hit that unbelievable high, 94.5 last week, blew past the all-time high of 96 something. Oh, what are we doing here? Yeah, that was a 5.5%. So it can move 5.5% to the downside, usually. But it can happen in the front. We've seen it. Like if you've been here long enough, like most of us on the stream, you know that the price does move. It does move 5% historically, usually to the downside. But it has moved 5% to the upside sometimes. It's not unheard of. It's not some sort of black swan where we move 5%, usually to the downside. But to the upside, it can happen too. So let's take a look at the daily here. Yeah. Well, listen, we are, whether we like it or not, carving out this little cup and handle pattern to a T, right? So we're going to have to wait for the breakout at 92.4, which we got to yesterday. Or was I dreaming? We actually hit it. We went right to this channel of ascension, this arbitrary doodle that we put in a long time ago. It's respecting it to a T. And we got rejected. That's fine. This is my delusionally bullish take on this week and this isn't asking much. It's not asking much, chart gods. Just to get up here, start consolidating at 92.4. Like we're consolidating down here at 90.2. If we can, we broke 90.6. Oh my God. We broke 90,600. Stop the press. We got some movement here. It's like this. You see, it's like when you're pickerel rig fishing and you sit there for hours and you're watching the tip of your fishing rod wondering, how did I get convinced that this is fun? But you're watching it anyway. It's been 2 hours. Like the way they described pickerel rig fishing was a lot more fun than sitting here staring at the tip of my fishing rig. But I'm here and I'm paw committed and it's 2 hours now. And then all of a sudden, and that's the joy of pickerel rig fishing. Every 2 hours you get a, you either get it or you don't, right? You usually don't. But that's what's happening right now. Oh, we're almost back at 96. That was short-lived. Anyway, what I'd like to do this week is just to consolidate up here at 92.4. And now what you could take away is if you're watching this week and we get to 92.5, you can say, I think Matty B said this is where we should consolidate because there's that cute little cup and handle pattern that's developing. And of course, this would be the breakout. We have one denial here. I would say the confirmation of the breakout would be 93.8. Now at 93.8, people are probably getting pretty wild, right? They're like, they haven't seen this kind of price movement in probably 4 years. So it's like they'd be saying to themselves, it's weird. It's Thursday. It's 93.8. On Monday's stream, it was 90.4. We're talking about $3,000 here, $3,000. I mean, we're seeing some severe price action here. $3,000 in a 90,000 K asset. I don't want to do the math. I don't want to do the percentages because I can't. Okay, especially on the fly. But it's low. Just to put it in perspective, it's low movement. But hey, we'll take it. We'll take anything but 90,600 for the love of God. And now, if we continue to the weekly, it actually represents something even less. Like what we see here, just to put it in perspective, as horrible and as boring as this is, we have seen it. Because if we take this, so we're talking, this is, let's say we entered this channel. What are you doing? I didn't want to add November 10th, and it's January 10th, let's call it. So that's 2 months. Now, we all know about the summer bummer. We know the summer bummer is excruciatingly painful and boring. But just to put it into perspective, this little window here, which is maybe slightly more volatile. Let's do some highs and lows here. So we'll go. Yeah, it was about a 15% channel. Now this one's a little tighter. It's a little tighter. It's more of a. Oh, it's a 15%. Well, but we had a wick. We had a horrible wick, but it's kind of the same range. Now this one lasted from, holy snap, last November. Not the 10th, the 18th. Close. It lasted all the way. Let's use some precise measurements here. Oh, no, it actually did. We did enter this on November 11th. What am I talking about? Yeah. I got confused there. And then we ranged here for 15 weeks before we broke out to the downside. 15 weeks. Now, if we were to see a similar play, it's the same type of year, same time of year, right? The seasonality of a price action is something to behold. We would go from the time we entered, November 10th, out 15 weeks. That would put us February 23rd to the downside, right? Yeah. We'd break out to the downside. So February 23rd, it's really only, here's the good news. It's really only a month away. It's not too bad. Only a month away of this choppy range. Can you imagine being at 90,600? It's almost like an interesting insult to industry of insult to injury to watch the price go at 90,600 and then Monday morning open up and it collapses. It's like putting in a bunch of work just for someone to come along and say, "Yeah, you know what, that project, we're not going to do it." And now we hear it. So will we lose 90,000? It's too early because we got 7 more minutes till we open up the markets, the real markets. Today is the first day that this stream is now on Arena. I see there's 10 people watching on Arena. Baby Sumo MD Raju started following. So it's going to be we're going to try out Arena. I was told by Drew from Discover Crypto that it has a very committed community to Bitcoin and crypto. So we're going to try it because, I got to say, I hate YouTube. Like the sensorial nature of it, always the honeypot of what you say. And, when the price action doesn't go your way, you end up, doing other content just to, pass the time. And for me, it usually gets dicey. And so the honeypot of YouTube, grows on Arena. I'll just stay on Arena and double down on it. So if you are watching on Arena, Baby Sumo MD Raju, welcome. We start our journey this Monday morning. Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video.